origin of the word hip hop. First, you have to be hip, and the older you get further away from the hipness. I mean, you can know what's going on, but you know, there's always new slang, there's always new rhythms, new patterns, all that kind of stuff. And once you start trying to imitate that thing, I mean, people see it, man, you know, and it becomes embarrassing at a point. And this is just my personal opinion. Like I, you know, just feel like I, you know, wouldn't have much to offer, you know, to the game after a certain point. You know, it's like being a boxer. I've seen my heroes not be as cool. And it's not that they're not as good as they were when they started. It's just the world progressed. The world actually took them in and learned everything they're doing and spit it back out in a whole new way. So it's like, it's beyond you. People think, oh man, he's just sitting on raps, or like he's just holding these raps hostage. Like, I ain't got no raps like that. Like it actually feels, sometimes it feels inauthentic for me to rap, because I don't have anything to talk about in that way. Like, I'm 48 years old, and not to say that age is a thing that dictates what you rap about, but in a way it does. And like things that happen in my life, like what do you talk, like I gotta go get a colonoscopy, like what do you what do you rap about? You know what I mean? Like my eyesight is going bad, like.
But you're not just any rapper. Like you're a top, you know, to many people. To me, it's like you're basically being like, I have a very beautiful sports car in the garage, but I choose never to drive it.
I read a depressing quota from someone that I respect a lot in music, in hip hop period, and music period, and they would ask, you know, like, why you ain't been doing, you know, music or whatever, and they was like, man, like what I'ma talk about. It was like, you know, like when I'm gonna talk about, I'm in my 40s. Like what am I gonna talk about? Like, what you want to know about me being what I do, and you want to know about what I'm doing, about the life I'm living at this age and the things I'm doing. Like, what am I supposed to talk about? I was like, wow, that was so depressing. Like, I have everything to talk about.
But I feel like that's why you gotta stay in it though too. I feel like you can't be too far removed.
I also thought that may be a downfall by staying in it, because you may, at our age, you may hear what's going on and feel like, I'm so out of that I ain't about to drop nothing. I'm not about to. So you probably, so that's why I say I don't listen.
All right. Time to do another show. Let's get it. It's been a long time since I did a show like that. All right. All right, I'm ready. 4 things André 3000 could have rapped about had he had bars on his new album, in my opinion. Let's talk about it. You'll have to excuse the raindrops pouring down in the background. Let's go on with the show. Number 1, how the pandemic had an effect on him, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And yes, I said pandemic. Man, what I would have given to hear how such a moment in time, especially when we was on lockdown, how it had an effect on André 3000. Whether or not he got the 19, like I wonder, did it ever overwhelm him? Did he lose a piece of his sanity? Did he lose a loved one while all of this was going on? What are his theories and beliefs on this whole catastrophic, crazy event that we all bear witness to? And how was it wherever he resided at in the world? Was people going buck wild in his community? And how did he feel about us even being on a lockdown? Was he using sanitizer or even wearing a mask? Or was he using the herbs? Or, you know they say Erykah Badu's a healer. Did he run to Erykah Badu for answers? How did this pandemic make Andre 3000 feel? Things like that he could have been rapping about. Not on the whole album, unless that's the theme of the album. Boy, do I miss days like that. Especially the days when Busta Rhymes was putting out all of these apocalyptic type albums, telling us on each album there's only a few years left. Remember that? There's only 4 years left. Who remember those days? When disaster strikes, that era, rappers don't really do that anymore, and I wonder why. Do I have to bring it back to that? What y'all think? Number 2, politics and religion. Let's start with politics. Okay, now, this is one touchy subject, but I do wish, yes I do, I knew Andre 3 Stacks' views on the president we had recently, Trump, at the time. And not just Trump, but just presidents and voting in general from his perspective. And does he participate in such decision making when it comes to picking the lesser of two evils? Man, that would be deep to hear from him. I miss the days. I do. I really miss the days when we got songs from the Outkast, period. Like, such as songs like Babylon, Mainstream, and 13th Floor, Growing Old. Or how about Thought Process? No, wait. That was Goody Mob. But 3 Stacks and Big Boy was featured on there. If my memory serves me correct, right? If I'm not mistaken. Another dope record that's introspective. I missed that. Thought Process, that was my jam right there. It was deep to listen to and it made you think. Another one from Goody Mob was Who's Peeping Through My Window. Matter of fact, when we was in this pandemic, the views on those songs, if you looked on YouTube, was through the roof. Especially with how dark the world was and still is. Everybody thought the world was about to end then. So much to the point that a lot of my favorite female YouTubers who I used to check out their pages went from goddesses to now being saved, giving their life to Christ. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it got spooky. But I feel as though you should and it should already been about Christ. And not just when you feel like it's about to hit the fan. But hey, that's another subject for another day. As far as religion goes, I wonder what Andre 3 Stacks believes in. Does he believe in a creator? I'm sure he probably does now. But has he always been in belief of a creator? Of a supreme being? I wonder his stance on that. Anyway, I'm going off subject. Well, that was kind of the subject, but anyway, let's continue. Number 3. Has Andre 3000 found another love of his life? Meaning another woman he has fell in love with? Like he did when he met Erykah Badu? Okay. That might be a stretch, a reach. Might not be a good example. Well, I mean, has he found a new woman in his life? Or is he just not into dating anymore like most fellas these days? Is he red pill? Is he MGTOW? Or is he moving like a monk? Or is 3 Stacks just focused on flutes and incense? No offense. Number 4. The state of the music industry or rap game, or whatever you like to call it. And does Andre 3000 even like this new age world of rap? Probably not. Well, that's all the things I feel as though he could have been rapping about. Whether it be this album or a solo project, period. In my opinion, that's what I think. But hey, y'all let me know what y'all think. Your boy Donnie. Boy, is it raining outside.